Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Lelystad. Yes, we're back. We were here a couple of weeks ago doing a Spitfire live stream, and of course FS Weekend was here as well. Beautiful piece of scenery by Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design. It really seems to capture the essence of the place. Really nice place to start this flight off from, which is going to be a little bit different. And let me say this now. You backseat flying instructors are going to have a ball with this one. There's going to be lots of mistakes. You're going to love it. You're going to be tapping in those comments like Olympic tappers. But if you follow the channel, you probably know I'm not a huge fan of glass cockpit. In fact, I go as far as to say, apart from in the H145, I actively dislike it. But I recognise it's something I need to learn. So I bought this Cows DA42 this morning. I'd heard really good things about it in terms of its accuracy. It's a platform that, of course, a lot of baby airline pilots come from. I've no intention of getting into airliners. But it seems like a really good way for me to learn all the intricacies and the art of the glass cockpit. And who knows, maybe I might even learn to love it. Now, that's a scary thought. I can feel my Spitfire quivering in the hangar as I say those words. But, you know, it's all part of aviation. It's certainly part of modern aviation. And it's about time I grew up and got in front of these twin TV sets and twiddled the knobs and press the buttons and learn how it all works. Anyway, strap in. I hope you enjoy the flight. Should be fun. We're going to fly to Hanover using ATC. Let's go. Well, here we go, looking wistfully over at that Mustang, thinking, oh, steam gauges. But here we are. We've got a couple of telly screens in front of us. I'm not scared. I should say I've flown the DA62 a little bit years ago, back in the P3D days. I've had a couple of goes in it in the Asobo one and also the modded one. So I know my way around the Diamond ecosystem a little bit, but I've not flown the DA42 before, and I am incredibly, I mean, rusty just isn't the word on these Garmin 1000s. I know a few buttons that I can prod, and I can recognize some of it's fairly intuitive, but like I said, mistakes are going to be made on this one. So yeah, you have been warned. Okay, so I am going to, first of all, I've got a checklist in front of me that comes with the Cows kind of documentation pack. So I'm going to be using that. We could use the checklist that's on the panel, but for this flight, for this first flight, while I get to know everything, I'm going to use, I've got an iPad in front of me and I've got that checklist up on there because I'm kind of used to using printed checklists and that sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, so pre-flight check we've done. We've walked around. Baggage and tow bar are secured. Auxiliary pumps are off. I say auxiliary pumps are off. They are off. Yep, I can see them there. They are off. Power levers are idle. Yes, they are. Let me just lock that off there for a moment because I missed one there. Fuel selectors on. Safety guard closed. Okay, so let's move to on, and safety guard closed. Manual gear extension handle is pushed. I think that's that one there, isn't it? Or is that the emergency? Anyway, that's down. I think it could be that one, actually, the red one. Yes, it is, because the next one is gear selector down. So that is pushed. That is down. Avionics master is off. Engine masters are off. Electric masters are off. Pitot heat is off. You naughty pitot heat, you're on. I wonder if they just do that just to check that you're actually paying attention. That's interesting, because I haven't done this yet, so I don't know why that would be on. Interesting. Alternate static closed. Right, where the hell is that? Because that's one thing I am not entirely sure about. I can hear an engine. Hey, there's another DA42. That's interesting. I'm not on multiplayer, so that is beyond ATC traffic coming in. How cool! Right, where is this alternate static? I am not entirely sure. Is it that one? Yeah, it is. Okay, I thought it was down there somewhere. Alternate static closed. Alternators are on. That's over here. Yes and yes. Voter switches are on auto. They are. Yeah. So this is kind of instead of our mags. I think this is modern speak for mags, isn't it? Yes. All light switches are off. Yep. All light switches are off. Emergency switches are off and guarded. Yes, they are. ELT is armed. ELT is at the moment it's armed. And circuit breakers checked. We have to check all these because they work. I should say actually I set all this up already with all the realisms and the in terms of failures and that sort of thing on, and realistic parking brake, although I'm not entirely convinced what that does, although that has made me think. It was all about it matches the pressure you apply, so let's put that down there just to be sure. Flap selector is up. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so we're not starting with external power. We are starting with internal battery. Electric master on. There we go. Lovely sounds. That kind of whine. I'd heard good things about the sounds. Yeah, that was definitely something actuating there. I'm not quite sure what, but that was a nice sound. Very robust sounds. I don't know if it comes across on the video, but certainly in my headset that came across quite well. Rudder pedals adjusted. We're all good with that. Flight controls checked. Let's have a quick look around. Let's see if we can see. Can I see? Yeah, I can see the elevator. Can I see the rudder? Yeah, rudder's working nicely. Trims check. Trims are neutral. And let's have a look. Yeah, we are. Elevator is set to take off. Gear warning and lights fire detector test. Okay, this will be interesting because I don't have a clue, but somewhere there must be a test button. Let's just lock that off a second. There must be a test button. What am I missing? This is where I wish I'd read the manual, and you're probably wishing I'd read it too. So we've got ice over there. Enunciator test. Is it that one? No, don't think it's that one. Shall we try that? Come on, get the click spot. Get the click spot.
TOS system test. Okay.
Ah. No, nothing's happening there. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? Gear warning and lights fire detector test. So gear warning, we can do that. Okay, there it is. And we've got our indicators up on the PFD. Okay, that's so good. Happy with that. I was looking over here at the thing and it was the wrong one. However, now I actually have to de-ice enunciator test on. Where is? So that's not doing anything. And I'm not seeing anything there. Let me just click that. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm going to come out of the checklist if I can figure out how to do it. Exit. There we go. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure where, because I'm not seeing anything changing. Although that definitely says test. I should say actually one of the things about these kind of flights for me are it's where I learn my weak spots and where I need to pick up on things, so that's something I need to look at, but nothing happening there. There we go. People have been saying, will you please just acknowledge that alert so it stops pinging? I have. My apologies. Right, de-ice level low caution checked on if applicable. Well, I've got no warnings there, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. That's definitely an area that I need to look at. Windshield icing, pump 1 and 2. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing anything for me, possibly because I have incorrectly set that up. Right, so let's move on to the next page. Check before engine start continued. Flaps full travel. Landing up checked. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, we've got full travel on those. That's all good. Variable elevator stop check 32. Oh, okay. Control stick, aft and hold, power levers max. I'm running the battery down here because I'm messing around. Power levers max. Check stop limit decreasing. I don't know if you can pick it up, but the stick, the flight stick, is moving slightly. Damn, that's clever. That is clever. Okay. Right, passengers instructed. You're instructed to have a safe flight. Don't worry too much about what you might see on the way. Everything is under control. Let's close the hatch. Just check it's all locked. Is that locked? Yes, that was locked. Let's close that again. Right. G1000 powered and acknowledged. I am going to just acknowledge that again. Fuel quantity checked. Where the hell is the fuel? It's over there. It's the glass cockpit. It's all in here. There we go. Fuel quantity is fine. Slightly less in the right tank than in the left tank. That's interesting. Seeing as this is the first time I've actually flown it, but we've got plenty of fuel anyway. Fuel temperature is absolutely fine. Yep. Okay. De-ice press. Low caution checked on. I definitely need to learn about that because I'm really not seeing any. I'm not seeing anything that obviously stands out to me as what that might be. So note area to learn. Start key inserted. It is. And power levers to idle. They are. I'm just checking. That is idle. ACL strobe on. ACL strobe on. Okay. Okay. Part of me is thinking we don't normally do that. I'm so used to just putting the strobe on when we get into the onto the active or close to the active. But there you go. Right, engine start procedure. Normal sequence. First start left-hand engine. Propeller area clear. Engine master on. Annunciators, engine instruments checked. Glow ignition indication off. Then we do the start key. Outside oil pressure outside red within 3 seconds. Voltage check indication. Annunciators check. Okay, so we'll start with left engine. Clear prop. Wait for the glow indication. There we go. And now let's try this. Check our instruments. Oil pressure's good. That's fine. Nice. Nice little start there. Okay, let's check our voltages. Just looking to see where the hell the voltages are. Feel like it's staring me in the face. I should say, this is such a good way to learn. Such a good way to learn because you are... Hello, what's that? Oh, that's the auxiliary pumps. That's the auxiliary pumps. They're off. So why didn't it say, it didn't ask me to put the fuel pumps on, did it? Propeller area, engine master, engine instrument. Yeah, it didn't say to put the fuel pumps on. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. It wanted me to check voltage. I am not seeing voltage anywhere. Maybe it's another page in this thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that's all good. So we'll go back to engine. Okay, let's now fire up engine 2, not in the H145, the right-hand engine. So we will go, wait for that. And that's now come off. Beautiful. Yep, all's good there. Oil pressure is fine. Let's quickly switch there, and that is looking good. I'm just having a closer look at this actually to see what I'm looking at. Yeah, fine. Okay. People who know this aircraft and know glass cockpit are probably cringing watching this. But don't worry, everyone has to start somewhere. That's what I always say, and this certainly isn't a YouTube channel where I pretend that I know everything. Right, so let's have a quick look. RPM 710 plus or minus 30 it is. Fuel selectors 2. Let's put them onto crossfeed. So get the click spot. Come on, get the click spot. There we go. Altimeter set, so I need to listen to the ATIS first. Standby horizon checked. Yeah, just having a play with that. We don't want to cage it, so that's good. Transponder, we're going to be doing engine temperatures checked, parking brake release. Well, that's for when we actually start getting going. So, flight plan radios, initialize profile. I tell you what we do need to do. We need to load our flight plan. Slightly dreading this bit because this is something kind of new I need to do. So flight plan. God, let's see if I can remember to do this. Flight plan. Is it the little one? Yeah. Flight plan catalog. There it is. Select that. Do I turn? No, that's what I wanted. Do I? This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Click. I want that one. That's the one. I activate. I activate. So let's see what we've got. Now, press the flight plan key. Okay. The question is, has that got the departure in? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's got the departure in. Looks like that's already loaded. Or maybe not. Or have you? I think it's got the departure already loaded into it. I'm used to the GTN XI where you have to load the departure, but that looks like it's got it set up in there already, so that's all good. Let's have a look at charts. That's loading. Okay, so that's working nicely as well. If I go on to star, is it going to load the star chart? No, because we're not there yet. We're departure, you absolute plonker. There we go. So there's our departure chart. Yep, okay, that's all good. Apologies. Just having a bit of a play here, getting used to this thing. Okay, so we can get rid of flight plan. We'll leave the map in. What I've got to do now is let's have the avionics master on. Let's have the pitot heat on. That's all good. Right, where's my... Why have we got a warning? Stall heat fail. Why have we got stall heat fail? So we've got pitot heat on, annunciators and amps checked. So I'm just going to get back to here and let's pitot heat. There we go. So we can see the amps drop. Turn that back on again. Now I've no idea why stall heat fail is coming on. Fuel selectors, pitot heat on, annunciated, pitot heat off, avionics master on, WN, F method, I can't see a stall heat switch. I wonder if that's something to do with once we get going. I vaguely remember seeing this in the DA42 as well, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, right, so we've done that. I've loaded the flight plan. That is all set up. That is fine. We're going to do a quick autopilot test. That's interesting. Autopilot test. Disconnect. Press. Check electric trim. Not working. Disconnect. Press. Disc on. Press. Let's just lock that off again. Working. AP on. Check annunciators. So AP on. Check annunciators. I'm just going to move back a bit. Disconnect. GA button to press. Check FD demands climb. GA button press. Where's the go around button? It's usually on here, isn't it? I don't think that's a go around button. What does it say here? Press talk. AP CWS. Is it on there? Let's have a quick look, see if it's on the side of the... Can I see a go around button? I cannot see a go around button. It's not here, is it? It's usually on the side of the throttle, but I'm not seeing it. And my Bravo is set up to use the go around button to do something else. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. So we've got pitot heat fail. Why is that? Is that just a failure that's happening with it? Stall fail. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Where do we get to? FD command, check FD command, climb, FD off. Okay, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try and see if I change that and if I put it onto heading mode. Okay, so we can see the stick moving, and then if I move it that way we can see the stick moving the other way. Okay, so that is working. That is working, although I'm not entirely sure what the hell's going on with the go around thing. Well, that's another thing I need to check up on. So GPS, yeah, that's all good. Okay, I'm just getting that kind of set up. There we go. So that's all good. Right. Okay, let's contact ATC. Well, let's get our ATIS. So where is my? So ATIS is 120730. Oh, this is all different. Where is it? 120. Very tempted to get some kind of controller where I can use knobs instead of trying to use the mouse. I have got a loop deck and I've got a Virpil control panel, so maybe I need to try that. Okay, ATIS.
1200 broken. Temperature 13, dew point 03, QNH 1018. Landing and departing runway 23, transition level 030. Advise on initial contact you have information Delta. Lelystad Airport information Delta. 1004 Zulu. Wind at 260 at 5. Visibility 10 miles or more. Ceiling 4200 broken. Temperature 13. Dew point 03. QNH 1018. Landing and departing runway 23. Transition level 030. Advise on initial contact you have information Delta.
Okay, so caution, that's fine. Where is my barrow? I want to change that. I want to change that. That's not it. Could that be it? No. Where can I change the barrow? I'm sure I've seen it down here. Transponder. It's not there. It's not there. Where else would it be? Time reference. Ident. No. Nearest. No. CDI. No. PFD options. There we go. There we go. Alternate units. We're going to have hectopascals. There we go. And back. And now I should. It's the outer ring, is it? Yeah, it's the outer ring. What was it? 118. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. 118. That's all good. So we've set that. That's in there. We've got information Delta, and we can start thinking about getting our clearance. Our clearance delivery here is 123.680. So 123. Oh my lord, I missed the pressy buttons on the GTNXI. Trying to turn these knobs is a painful, and I wonder why the pitot fail keeps going off. I wonder if that's just because we're sitting on the ground or we've got low no, I'm not convinced. That's something I need to learn, something I need to check up on. Just checking my transmit button is the right one. Lelystad ground, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra with information Delta, ready to copy IFR clearance to Hanover.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra Lelystad delivery. Thanks for information Delta, expect runway 23, Arnhem 2, Mike departure. Squawk 1000.
Expect runway 23, Arnhem 2 Mike departure, squawk 1000, Golf Mike Sierra.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, read back correct. Contact ground 135.18 when ready for start or taxi.
Ground on 135.18 when ready for start or taxi, Golf Mike Sierra. So transponder was 1000, code 1000. Where is my transponder code? Where am I looking at? Oh man. Let's have a look. Code. Oh, there it is. 1000. Back. And let's have it on. There we go. Okay. Okay, I can see it. It is there in front of me. That's cool. Okay, so we've got all our information and all that kind of stuff. That is brilliant. That has gone on again. That is really weird. Someday, I know, I'll understand why that keeps coming on. And people will say, or someone will be saying in the comments, listen you idiot, you forgot X, Y or Z. But I've followed the checklist as far as I can see, and I don't know why that is, why that's coming on. But I wonder if it's some kind of automatic thing because we're sitting on the ground. Maybe it's to stop it overheating. I don't know. I'm imagining things now, folks. Right, taxi lights. Let's have position lights on. I'm going to leave those as they are. We've done the autopilot test. Fuel selectors are on. Altimeters are set. Standby horizon is checked. I do need to. What do we say? Oh, that's stuck in hectopascals. Sorry, that's stuck in inches, isn't it? Oh no, it's over here. Look at that. You plonker. 1018. Honestly. There we go. So that's all set up. Does our whiskey compass match our trousers? Yes, sort of. That's not something you want to hear a pilot say. Yeah, no, that's okay. Right, engine temperature's checked. Let's have a quick look down here. Is everything operating normally? I do need to be careful because this does have modelling damage, so and I can break the engines. That's all good. Engine temperature's checked. Parking brake release. We're not going to do that just now. Okay. Well, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? I'm just going to check that. There we go. So, ground 135.18. 135.18. Oh my lord, it takes forever to do it using this thing. 18. 18. I'm going to transfer that, and while I'm on the ground, I'm also just going to check what is the tower frequency here. That's interesting. Beyond ATC isn't giving me a tower frequency on the list. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's go. Lelystad ground, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, ready to taxi to the active.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, runway 23 taxi via Golf 3, Sierra Sierra 1.
Runway 23 taxi via Golf 3 Sierra Sierra 1 Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, this is where this gets quite cool. Obviously I've got the Navigraph subscription, so I've got everything set up. So let's have a wee look here. So he wants us to go Golf 3 Sierra Sierra 1. Let's wind that out. So Golf 3, which I guess is kind of where we are, Sierra, and then Sierra 1. Okay, so we're going that way. That makes sense. Happy with that. Don't laugh at me, Mustang. Release the parking brake. Check brakes. Okay. Careful with the steering, old boy. I like the way it bounces around. It's a nice simulation of the suspension. There we go. There's a helicopter. That's what I was planning on flying this morning. I was planning on doing some more search and rescue HEM stuff in the H145. If you don't follow the channel, I tend to do quite a bit of that on live streams. So this is a slight departure from the normal weekend fare, and it's not a live stream. So what am I talking about? There's the pitot heat failure again. Interesting. This is an experiment. So we're tootling her along, and she's taxiing nicely. There we go. I had to close that or make that a short external because we're having to concentrate now. I need to do a run-up. So I need to be pointing into wind, so I am going to just come over here a little bit. Sorry chaps, don't worry. Run-ups is always one of those things where I'm never quite sure where, like in this situation, where should I need to point into wind. Where would a real pilot now, real world pilot, be doing his run-up? I wonder if he'd be doing it here. I wonder if this is probably it, isn't it? This is probably the run-up area. There we go. Okay, pointing into wind. Everything is tickety-boo. Parking brake on. Let's just have a look at that. So we've been there, we've done that. we've done that. That's all good. Happy with that. Happy with that. Okay. So I'm just going to do some quick tests. Let's go back. I was expecting something to possibly appear somewhere over here, but I'm not seeing it. I wonder if I need to... Could it be over here somewhere, maybe? No. Okay, that's something I need to check and learn. Why is that not... Maybe I'm just being blind as a bat and it is actually appearing somewhere. Okay, so we'll do the ECU test, which is kind of our run-up test. They've nicely put a area in the middle because a real pilot would do 1 and 2 at the same time. So if I press here, nice how it dips down the nose with the power. See, it's moving around with the power changes. Okay, that's all done. Excellent. So I think we are ready to go. We can have landing lights on now, taxi lights off. Happy with that. Engine is idling. Engine instruments check. Everything is where it should be in the greens. Pitot heat is on. We still have that stall heat fail, which is a little bit odd. Ice protection I have off. Just going to try something. Okay. Okay. Still not seeing that there. Not seeing anything on the enunciator panel. Again, something for myself to remember to learn about. Now we can have some fuel pumps on and parking brake is released and we're ready to go. So we've done the power check. Okay, that's all good. Right. Now, as I said, there doesn't seem to be a tower frequency here, so I'm interested to see what happens now as we approach the holding point. See if the controller jumps in, or do I need to say that we're ready for departure? Ready for departure, runway 23, Golf Mike Sierra.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, you've already started your taxi and I can't get you over to a new runway at this time. Unable runway change.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. ATC Fun and Games. I am not asking for a change of runway. You told me to taxi to runway 23. So that's where I am. That's where I am, sunshine. Ready for departure. Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra.
Lelystad, ground Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact center when at runway hold point.
Contact center when at runway hold point, Golf Mike Sierra. Okay. Okay. This is a bit different. Right. Let's go to here.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact center when at runway hold point, Golf Mike Sierra.
Contact center when at runway hold, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. I think the ATC is getting a bit confused. Don't you dare say anything.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact center when at runway hold point.
Wilco Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, let's have a look.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, noted. Proceed to Golf Mike Sierra.
ATC has absolutely lost the plot. Okay, let's get onto centre and see if we can get more sense. So, com, what are we? 119.175 according to this. 11975 and transfer. 11975. Okay, let's see where we get. Centre, Golf, Delta, Romeo, Mike, Sierra is at the holding point, runway 23 at Lelystad, ready for departure. Not had to do this before. So phraseology might be off. Okay. I hate to say it, but I think the ATC is broken. Well, 119.175. 119 decimal, you've got the wrong frequency in. You pillock. 119. You knew that, didn't you? You knew that. I wonder how many people have already put in the comments, oh, you put in the wrong frequency. 175. Does always make me laugh when people say, oh, YouTubers, they think they know everything. No, they don't. This one certainly doesn't. Okay, 119.175. Transfer. Okay. Centre, Golf, Delta, Romeo, Mike, Sierra is ready for departure at the holding point, runway 23, Lelystad. Please, please, please understand me.
Amsterdam Radar Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. You are not cleared for takeoff. Please hold at the runway 23 holding point.
Hold at runway 23, Golf Mike Sierra. I said ready for departure.
Amsterdam Radar Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. You are already holding at runway 23. Please maintain your position.
It's what you told me to do. Maintaining position, Golf Mike Sierra. Do you ever feel like you're going mad? This is like trying to deal with some kind of automated customer services thing.
Amsterdam Radar Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, maintain your position at runway 23. Continue to hold at Golf and Sierra.
Okay, I'm going to use the let's have a look. I really don't.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra.
I don't
radio
understand
check.
why it's so confused, so I'm going to run through the automatic.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. Reading you loud and clear.
See if I can talk to it in its own language. I think it's gone mad. And I really wanted to use ATC for this, but I think I'm starting to lose patience.
KLM 27. Contact London Control 118 decimal for 75. Bye bye.
Contact London Control 118 decimal for 75 KLM 27.
Let's see if we can wake him up. Ready for departure, runway 23, Golf Mike Sierra.
Amsterdam Radar Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. You are not cleared for takeoff. Please continue to hold at runway 23.
Wilco, Golf Mike Sierra. Trying different phraseology to see if that helps. The only option that
Amsterdam Radar Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. Roger. Continue holding at runway 23.
the only option that automatic option in the box for Beyond ATC at the moment is radio check, which makes me think it has kind of lost the plot a little bit. I'm almost tempted to take off and restart Beyond ATC, and then it'll pick up that we are in the climb, because something ain't right. This doesn't feel like it's working as it should do. Just trying to think if there's a way I can trigger it. So let's think this through. I'm saying I'm ready for departure. He's saying you're not cleared for takeoff. Please continue to hold. I could say, okay, this is an accurate simulation, and at some point he's going to give me permission to take off. For some reason it doesn't feel like that is likely to happen. What else could I do to try and trigger it to do something? Bum 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 bum. I have taxied to S1, which is where we are. What if I just move it forward a little bit? Maybe, will that do anything? I don't think so. I don't think so. I kind of really want to believe that this is just an accurate simulation of...
Amsterdam radar, Alpine 6 for Foxtrot Bravo, flight level 280.
An accurate simulation of...
Alpine 6 for Foxtrot Bravo, Amsterdam radar, radar contact.
Centre.
Transavia for 31 Echo. Contact Brussels control 125.0.
Center 125.0, Transavia for 31 Echo.
Okay, let's try something else. I'm going to turn auto respond off to on, and I'm going to see what the if the bot talks to itself, as it were, see what happens. So I'm going to instigate a call and see what it does. Request when you think our departure time might be Golf Mike Sierra.
Amsterdam radar Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra. Please keep the frequency clear for answer communications. Departure time information is unavailable.
Okay, so bot doesn't want to say anything. Ready for departure, runway 23, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra.
Amsterdam radar Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, you are not cleared for takeoff. Please continue holding at runway 23.
I think this is stuck, isn't it? I think this is stuck. I don't think it's going to do anything, so I'm going to be a little bit naughty. Let's just have a quick check. So I have got that ready for that, and what is our... let's just lock that off there. Let's get the chart up. We'll go departure. Let's roll in. So I'm going to be below 2,000 there, and then 3,000. Okay. Okie dokie. That's all good with me. Where is altitude in this thing? There it is.
Transavia 5135. Contact Brussels control 125.0.
Contact Brussels control 125.0.
So
Transavia 5135.
I'm going to give it one more try, and then we're just going to take off anyway and see what happens. Holding at runway 23, ready for departure, Golf Mike Sierra.
Amsterdam radar Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, you are not cleared for takeoff. Please continue holding at runway 23.
Okay, let's go. So we're going to have a bit of a crosswind here, so I need to be ready for that. Just getting a feel for how it all is. That's all good. Okay. And close it down. Great visibility from this, I have to say. Torsten, if you watch this, you were absolutely right. Okay, let's have some power. Being very gentle with everything. Nice rattles. Oh, and as you come up into the higher revs, the rattles change. Become smoother. Let's come back on the power a bit. Lovely. Gear up. Beautiful. Wow, that felt really nice, I have to say.
Again 625. Contact long and radar 118.75. Have a good day.
Contact long and radar 118.75, Aegean 625.
Okay, let's try something. Not sure if this will work. Centre Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra with you on the Arnhem 2 Mike departure from Lelystad. See what it does. You were told not to take off, you idiot.
Amsterdam radar Golf Delta. Romeo Mike Sierra. Roger. You are on the Arnhem 2M departure from Lelystad. Continue holding at runway 23.
I've already taken off, mate. By the way, if you use Beyond ATC and you know what was going on there, please do let me know. I would be interested to know.
Easy 69. Echo Mike. Contact long and radar 118.75.
Contact long and radar 118.75, Easy 69, Echo Mike.
So I've got the autopilot on, and I had climbed a little bit there, so I'm just interested to see what the autopilot does now. I'm going to close Beyond ATC, and I'm going to restart it. There we are, climbing nicely, or it's rather turning nicely. I'm going to let's put 3,000 in the box. Playing with the autopilot a bit. For some reason that didn't seem to work quite as I planned.
Beyond ATC.
So we need to be above 2,000, which we are, and we need to be 3,000 at ASBIS. Okay, let's have a look. What the yeah, climb. Okay, so I'm just getting Beyond ATC up and working again.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, ready for IFR clearance to Hanover Airport.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra. Amsterdam radar. Expect runway 23 Arnhem 2 Mike departure. Squawk 1000.
Expect runway 23, Arnhem 2 Mike departure, squawk 1000 Golf Mike Sierra. I am on that departure.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, read back, correct.
Okay.
Jet Netherlands, X-ray Alpha, radar vectors ILS runway.
Just trying a few different things to get us back on track.
Radar vectors ILS runway 23, ready for descent, Jet Netherlands, X-ray Alpha.
Jet Netherlands, X-ray Alpha, Eelde landing runway 23.
Eelde landing runway 23, Jet Netherlands, X-ray Alpha.
Notice the autopilot came off
Radar
then.
vectors ILS Zulu runway 24, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS Zulu, runway 24, ready for descent, Parsec Tango Whiskey.
Parsec Tango Whiskey, Rotterdam landing runway 24.
Rotterdam, landing runway 24, Parsec Tango Whiskey.
Parsec Tango Whiskey, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100, Parsec Tango Whiskey.
Jet Netherlands X-ray Alpha, descend to flight level 070.
Descent to flight level 070, Jet Netherlands, X-ray Alpha.
Amsterdam radar, Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, 3,000 feet.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, Amsterdam
Yes.
radar, identified, climb to flight level 090.
We're on. Climb flight level 090 Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, now we're playing. Now we're playing.
German Eagle Hotel Whiskey, contact long and radar 118.75, bye-bye.
It just needed...
Contact long and radar 118.75, German Eagle Hotel Whiskey.
It just needed a little nudge. Need to learn how to use that FLC because that's not
KLM 337,
working how I would
radar
expect.
118.75.
So I'm going to just use vertical speed.
Center on 118.75, KLM 337.
Now, he said flight level 090, so I need to go into Barrow. Oh, blimey.
Blue Max 1145, contact long on radar 118.75, bye-bye.
Contact long on radar 118.75, Blue Max 1145.
Just trying to remember how to get to the Barrow PFD options. Yeah, it was there, wasn't it? Standard Barrow there. Standard. There we go. Working my way around it. Working my way around it, folks.
Alpine 6 for Foxtrot, Bravo, contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475. Alpine 6 for Foxtrot Bravo.
So we're going up into the cloud now. I am going to turn on de-icing just to be on the safe side. Check the speed. Get some more power in. Watch the power. A bit too much there. Need to lower that rate of climb as well. I think I was being a bit ambitious there. With the power setting I had. Power setting was completely wrong. So again, I should have had the power. I should have known exactly what power settings to have.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0, KLM 1945.
Right, let's have the fuel pumps off. Coming up above the cloud, that's nice.
KLM-73 Juliet, contact Bremen radar 125.1.
Contact Bremen radar 125.
Foxtrot Charlie.
Transavia 32 Yankee, contact Lorman radar 118.75.
Contact long and radar 118.75.
Parsec Tango Whiskey, contact Rotterdam, approach 131.155.
Contact Rotterdam, approach 131.155, Parsec Tango Whiskey.
KLM 39, contact London Control 118.75.
So,
Papa Hotel Victor Foxtrot
turning
Charlie,
nicely
radar
on
Victor's
course.
now runway 23, report ready for descent.
Following that departure.
Runway 23, ready for descent. Papa Hotel Victor Foxtrot Charlie.
Okay, let's just lock that off
Papa
and
Hotel Victor Foxtrot Charlie, Lelystad Airport landing runway 23.
let's find
Lelystad
the
Airport,
power
landing runway
settings.
23. Papa Hotel Victor Foxtrot Charlie.
Turn the
Papa Hotel
Nice
Victor
off.
Foxtrot Charlie, contact Lelystad
There we
approach
go.
134.53.
Contact Lelystad approach 134.53. Papa Hotel Victor Foxtrot Charlie.
KLM 77 Foxtrot, contact Lorman radar 118.75. Have a good day.
Contact Long and Radar 118.75. KLM 77 Foxtrot. Have a good day.
KLM 1800, contact Ag Operational Information Approach 131.355. Contact ATSI Operational Information Approach 131.355, KLM 1800. KLM 1355, contact Long and Radar 118.75.
Center on 118.75, KLM 1355.
Okay, so
Player 31 Hotel, contact
same max
London
cruising
Control
speed is 151.
118.75.
So I'm just coming
Contact
back.
London Control 118.475, player 31 Hotel.
That's interesting. I think what happened there, and I might be wrong,
KLM 1754, turn left, heading 215.
I think the
vectors
autopilot
approach.
came off when the
Turn left,
speed
heading 215, KLM 1754.
broke the safety limit. Might be wrong there, but that kind of feels like what
Charlie,
happened.
contact Brussels Control 125.0, bye-bye.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0, Ice Air 12, Charlie.
German Eagle 57 Tango.
Anyway,
Long and radar 118.75.
Looking at the engine, we are within normal limits.
118.75, German Eagle 57 Tango.
Let's have a look. How beautiful. It's always nice when you can see a bit of the ground. Aircraft is looking okay. Very shiny and new.
German Eagle Sierra India.
Unlike the
contact
pilot.
German radar 125.1.
Center on 125.1 German Eagle Sierra India. Have a good day.
Should really have changed this as well, shouldn't I? The backup just in case. 1013.
Transavia 72 Victor, contact Brussels Control 125.0. Center on 125.0, Transavia 72 Victor.
Now, outside air temperature is -4, and I just realised.
Amsterdam radar, Austrian for Mike Yankee, flight level 300.
Let's Let's get that right. Wrong click spot.
Austrian 4 Mike Yankee, Amsterdam radar identified. Beeline for November Kilo.
Just turning the heat up a little bit in the cabin.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0. Beeline for November Kilo. Bye bye.
Is there somewhere a internal temperature? I wonder. It feels like there should be. I just realised didn't turn the timer on.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0.
Center on 125.0, KLM 1583.
See, we're flying through the magenta rectangles, but we're crabbing ever so slightly because of the wind.
Hotel, Amsterdam radar, expect Ripso Tree Papa, runway 23.
Expect Ripso Tree Papa, runway 23, Speedbird 962 Hotel.
Speedbird 962 Hotel, Ripso Tree Papa, runway 23. Report ready for descent.
Ripso Tree Papa, runway 23, ready for descent. Speedbird 962 Hotel.
Speedbird 962 Hotel, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Speedbird 962 Hotel.
KLM 1754, contact DAC operational information approach 131.355.
Get some de-icing on again just in case.
Contact at sea operational information approach 131.355, KLM 1754.
Rather cold. We're just flying through a bit of cloud there. Out of it for the time being.
Jet Netherlands X-ray Alpha, contact ELD approach 120.305.
Contact ELD approach 120.305. Jet Netherlands X-ray Alpha.
In the cloud again, so let's get some. There we go. We're about. Well, we're kind of coming in and out of it, aren't we? Doing a turn. Me stating the obvious.
Gamer 5-1.
ATC is very quiet, isn't it? In terms of talking to me, that's not a bad thing. We're kind of continuing on. So yeah,
Amsterdam radar, Sky Travel 5 Juliet, flight level 380.
as this
Sky Travel 5 Juliet, Amsterdam
does
radar
involve
identified.
some, I just realised it's got the Cows logo on it, that's clever. As this does involve some transit where there's not going to be much happening, I will cut and edit it so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But I just wanted to say in the meantime,
795 Hotel,
we have a
Brussels
Discord.
Control
The Discord link
125.0.
is down below.
Center on 125.0,
So,
795 Hotel.
Please do feel free to come and join a really cracking general aviation group and warbird group and helicopter group. And just really nice people who are into flight simming, and that's what it's all about. It's about the community. So if you are a member of the Discord, thank you. If not, and you're on Discord, then yeah, head over and say hello. But in the meantime, I will come back on the video when there is something more happening. Something that I really did quickly want to say, because I just noticed it, is I think that's the wind, the sound of the wind. Can you hear that kind of slight whining noise?
Papa Hotel Zulu Victor Delta, flight
Do you
level
think that's possibly the
0899.
wind? Also just occurred to me it'd be really interesting to do a night flight in this.
Papa Hotel Zulu Victor Delta, Amsterdam radar contact, climb to flight level 100.
Climb to flight
Another
level
slight
100.
turn.
Papa Hotel Zulu Victor Delta.
It's nice, we're just staying underneath this this cloud at the moment.
Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, contact
Oh.
long and radar 118.75.
We have a change. Contact London radar on 118.75 Golf Mike Sierra. Okay. What's that? Old Odd? Old Odd, yeah. Okay, so 118.75. Wrong one, idiot.
Austrian 4, Mike Yankee, contact London Control 118.475. Bye bye.
118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475.
Half the problem I have with glass cockpit is actually controlling these dials. It is a pain in the neck trying to do it with the mouse. 475.
Papa Hotel Zulu Victor Delta, radar vectors RNAV runway 23. Report ready for descent.
There we go. Okay. Is that Old Odd? It looks like Old Odd. Let me just check on my map over here just before I... Old Odd. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to pronounce it, but we'll give it a try. London radar, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra with you, level at flight level 090, inbound to Old Odd.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, London Control, radar contact.
It's not London Control, it's Langan
Golf Delta
Control.
Romeo Mike Sierra, contact long and radar 118.75.
Ah. Contact Langan Control 118.75 Golf Mike Sierra. Oh! Oh, you idiot! I looked at the wrong frequency. I looked at the wrong frequency. There was me about to start blaming the AI, and it's not. It's this human idiot. I looked at the wrong frequency number. That was the frequency given to that guy, Austrian, for Mike Yankee. 118.75. But good old London Control thought, oh, there's a Brit heading into Germany who hasn't got a blurmin' clue what he's doing. So we better help him out. And he did. He just gave me the right frequency. Clever. What was it? 7.5. And we'll try that again, eh? 7.5, please. In the box. Back. Okay, check. Frequency we need is 118.75. Frequency we have there is 118.75. Let's transfer. Langan radar, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra with you, level at flight level 090, inbound Old Odd.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, long and radar identified.
We got there. Okay, next turn. Really meant to have a look out the window. That's the wonderful thing about Flight Simulator 2024, is that you can look out the window and you can see what the world would look like down there in real life. Look at the speed that those wind turbines are turning at. That's quite shocking. Quite shocking. It's bugging me, as I'm sure it's probably bugging you, that the timer is still reading 0. Should really have started that off. I'm going to start it off now. Start. Enter.
Eurowings 3569. Contact Bremen radar 125.1. Bye-bye.
Contact Bremen radar 125.1, Eurowings 3569, bye-bye.
Okay. So we got the timer doing something now, so it doesn't quite feel quite so redundant. Check out here. I don't know if we I don't know what kind of icing or anything is modelled on this, but we'll keep an eye out. I'm guessing because they've modelled the light, the icing light, maybe it is, but at the moment we're kind of betwixt the fluffy stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. Really liking that sound, and I'm kind of wondering what happens if I do this. Yes! Yes! Shut the window! Yes! Nice, okay. Nice little touch. It's, I know it's nothing, but it always makes it feel a little more immersive when you know that you can open the window and you're going to get sounds like that. Right, let's have a quick check over at the engines, and that's all good.
Touristic 75 Echo Tango. Contact long and radar 127.
They are running just fine.
Bye-bye.
Now, why did the autopilot come off again?
Touristic 75 Echo Tango.
The autopilot keeps coming off. There's something that I am pressing. Okay, experiment time, folks. There's something that I'm pressing when I come over my Bravo with my hand that knocks off the autopilot. So, is it the power lever? No. Is it the button that does my track IR? No. Is it the trim wheel? It's the trim wheel! It's the trim wheel! It's the trim wheel! So, if I touch the trim wheel, if I knock it with my hand accidentally, it will turn the autopilot off. That's good to know. That's good to know. I guess that's obviously a safety feature, although if I was relaxing in the cockpit, I'd be a little bit worried if I mean, it'd probably be fairly easy to knock that trim wheel and knock the autopilot off. I don't know, you know, if your passengers or your co-pilot is handing you a Jaffa cake, does this button do anything? No. Then yeah, that could be a little bit embarrassing. So we're progressing quite nicely. There's an interesting view for you. So we've just come out between two layers, and now we're kind of on top of one layer, and we've got a bit of sun, and we've got a great big dome of cloud up ahead by the looks of it, which we are probably going to smack straight into. The fun of IFR. Just while we're up here, actually, I just thought I'd
Long and radar, flyer 9789, flight level 370.
just say a few words about the fact that obviously I'm making a lot of mistakes.
Flyer
And I think it's an
9789,
important point to
long
make
radar,
that,
contact.
like real aviation, we are always learning. The
Delta
beauty
Echo Hotel November
of flying in the
Delta,
simulator is that we can
runway
learn
25.
without actually
Report ready for descent.
taking any real risk of
M1
damage
Bravo,
to
runway
aircraft
25,
or human.
ready for descent. Delta Echo
So a
Hotel
flight
November
like this,
Delta.
especially a first flight in an aircraft,
Delta
and
Echo Hotel November.
certainly
Delta,
someone
descend
who's
9,000 feet, QNH 1019.
very little experience of glass cockpit. Oh, we have
Descend to
a
9,000
sudden weather
feet,
change
Delta
going on.
Echo Hotel November Delta.
Yeah, mistakes you're going to make, but it's a great way of learning where your weaknesses are. It's a great way of understanding which parts you don't necessarily understand and you don't have
Roger, we'll head direct ham,
full
cross
knowledge
above
of.
5,000 feet. Then resumo navigation Delta Echo Hotel November Delta. Thanks.
And that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about. There are some people out there that know everything. The kind of people that jump in the comments all the time telling you where you're getting it wrong, you silly YouTuber. Because of course, being a YouTuber, you think you know everything.
129er.
But like I said before, in this case, definitely not.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, contact Bremen radar 125.
Oh, call for us. Contact Bremen radar 125.1 at Golf Mike Sierra. Right, let's get the frequency correct this time, sunshine. 125.1.
radar, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, flight level 100.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, long and radar, radar contact.
Long and radar. KLM 1955. Flight level 369er.
Bremen radar, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra with you, level at flight level 090, inbound Oscar Sierra Bravo.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, Bremen radar, radar contact.
Blooming marvellous.
Ryanair 7 Sierra Charlie, contact Bremen radar 119.8.
Bremen radar, Delta Echo, Lima Juliet Charlie, flight level 100.
Delta Echo, Lima Juliet Charlie, Bremen radar. Radar contact, continue climb to flight level 167.
Continue climb to flight level 1.
Quick check of our
Delta Echo
temps.
Zulu Lima Charlie,
Everything's
turn
looking
left,
good.
heading 265, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Okay, I'm just going to get the
Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie,
ATIS
turn left,
at
heading
Hanover.
265.
Turn left,
We're
heading 265, Delta Echo Zulu
yeah,
Lima Charlie.
we've got we're reasonably close, I think, to do
Delta
that.
Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading
So
265.
let's have a look. ATIS
Turn left, heading
136.
265,
decimal
Delta Echo
575.
Zulu Lima Charlie.
Now, how can I
Delta
push?
Echo Zulu Lima Charlie, turn left, heading 265.
Turn left, heading 265, Delta Echo
ATC's
Zulu
gone mad.
Lima
Can you
Charlie.
hear that? Keeps
Speedbird
repeating.
962
Oh
Hotel.
no, it's finished
Contact
now.
Bremen radar approach 120.54.
Contact Bremen radar approach 120.54, Speedbird 962 Hotel.
Delta Echo Zulu, Lima Charlie, airport is at your 12 o'clock 1 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field, Delta Echo Zulu Lima Charlie.
Let's go.
Initial contact, you have information
Lima
hotel.
Charlie, cleared visual approach runway 26.
Hanover Airport
Cleared
Information
visual
Hotel
approach
1059
Delta
Zulu, wind
Echo Zulu
255 at
Lima
15, visibility 10 miles or more. Scattered at 4,200, temperature 1 tree, dew point 04, QNH 1018, wind 265 at 15, gusts
Frequency change
25.
approved. Delta Echo
Landing
Zulu
and
Lima
departing
Charlie.
runways,
Bye-bye.
27 right, 27 left, 27 center. Transition level 050. Advise on initial contact you have information hotel.
Hotel. And the QNH is
Hanover Airport
1018.
Information Hotel 1059 Zulu, wind 255 at 15, visibility 10 miles or more. Scattered at 4,200, temperature 1 tree, dew point 04, QNH 1018, wind 265 at 15, gusts 25. Landing and...
Windy.
With Malta, 99 Hotel Zulu. Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, Rayman radar. Expect thrust at 1 Romeo, runway 27 center.
Expect SAS 1 Romeo, runway 27 center, Golf Mike Sierra.
Raymond radar, KLM 755, flight level 290.
KLM 755, Raymond radar identified.
Now the interesting thing here is that my Navigraph is telling me that the arrival doesn't connect to the runway that ATC has given me. So this could be interesting.
Report ready for descent.
This could be interesting.
123, ready for descent, KLM 755.
KLM 755, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, KLM 755.
There it is. SAS 1, just checking. That's what they said. Yep, that was it. Runway, see, it's not offering us the centre, which is what ATC have given us. So we'll plumb in right, but we'll just have to ignore it. We will just have to ignore it. Interesting. It's not happened to me before. That's the first time I've ever been given a ATC has given me a runway that doesn't connect to the arrival. So we're just going to have to play this by ear. But at least they've given us the runway, so it's centre. I must remember that. Let's just lock off that a second and let's have a look at, so I'm going to get what did they say, runway 27 Charlie. Yeah, so I'm going to come back to here Select an approach. Interesting, it's not giving us any. So there's no ILS obviously on centre, so that's thrown that out now that it's switched us to that. So we'll go visual 27 centre. I'm going to bother with minimums right now. We'll load it. Okay, so at least we got that set up in the box for when we need it. This is going to be interesting. New aircraft. New aircraft. And procedures that don't seem to be mapping out correctly. So used to the GTN XI. It's strange getting used to this. I thought I was adding a procedure to my flight plan, but it looks like I've removed the rest of the flight plan and we just have the procedure in place. But okay. Okay, let me think this through.
Destin 20 Charlie Echo, contact Bremen radar 119.825.
So we've got the arrival.
119.825, Destin 20, Charlie Echo, have a good day.
Let's lock that off there. And let me have a look up here.
Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, SAS 1 Romeo, runway 27 center. Report ready for descent.
SAS 1 Romeo, arrival, runway 27 Charlie, and reports ready for descent. We are ready for descent, Golf Mike Sierra. Let's get that right. I'm utterly confused now, I'll be honest with you.
Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, so let's come over here.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact Hanover Director 119.605.
It is all happening, isn't it? Go away, go away, go away. I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. Barometer, what did he say? 1018. 1018, and we need to descend.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact Hanover Director 119.605.
Contact Hanover Director 119.605, Golf Mike Sierra. So he said climb 5,000 feet, that's okay. Let's get vertical speed, let's get nose down, come back on the power, and let's start getting some things set up. So 119 is 605. Hanover Director, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, descending to 5,000 feet, inbound to Sierra Alpha Sierra. Okay, I want to see what the aircraft does
Golf
now.
Delta Romeo Mike Sierra Hanover Director QNH 1018. Expect the visual approach runway 27 center.
Expect visual approach runway 27 center and copy the QNH Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, so we have ignored, we have lost
Negative
the
QNH 1018.
QNH 1018 Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, let's get us on to heading mode while we try and sort this mess out. This certainly doesn't work like the GTN XI, that's for sure. Just checking we're in a descent. We are. That's fine. I'm just trying to. There we go. Just trying to get us in the direction we should be going in for the arrival. I wonder why we lost our arrival. Makes you realise how intuitive the GTN XI is, but I guess maybe it's what you're used to, eh? Okay. Yeah, it's not loading in the arrival, is it? This is incredibly irritating for me because I actually do not have a clue what I'm doing. Trying to load in this arrival and it's not doing it. So let me just think. Procedure. Select arrival. So that's all done. Go down to load, press enter. So why are we not seeing it on the map? Don't know what I'm doing wrong. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to have to wing this a little bit, I think, unfortunately. Keep it in heading mode. So let's start thinking this through. So if I select deviate 3, See, it's appearing on there now. But why the hell isn't it activating? In the GTN XI, it all just, you know, automatically, it's there, you can see it. I can see it's there, it's got the arrival selected. Activate vector to final, I don't want to do. I've got the arrival in there, loaded. So, flight plan. Flight plan, let's clear that. Let's go flight plan. What am I doing wrong? Yeah. Flight plan. Done it again. Flight plan. Come on. So let's try the next one. Don't get it. Activate flight plan. So maybe if I'm meant to go direct to SAS for that to work. I don't know. I've got to be honest. I absolutely bamboozled by this. It's not intuitive to me at all. So I'm just put it on heading mode to Delta Victor 584. Activate flight plan. Okay, something has just reminded me. So if I go... How can I get... I want to get to there. I want to activate. Okay. So we're now... Okay. So I needed to do that. I needed to select a... bear with me. I needed to select the waypoint, which again don't recall having to do in the GTN XI, but I needed to select that waypoint to activate and then activate it, as it were. Yeah, I definitely need a lot more training on this thing. For sure. If I said I was enjoying this flight, I would be lying. Glass cockpit feels very alien.
585 heading 285. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 27 center.
Leave Delta Victor 585 heading 285. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 27 center. Golf Mike Sierra. So I need to get my... Let's go get that set up. So we're going to leave...
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, turn left heading 285, vectors for the approach.
Oh, you want me to do it now? Turn left heading 285, vectors for the approach, Golf Mike Sierra. So after all that, getting that set up, now we're turning. So let's get flight plan up again, or let's get procedure. Activate vector to final. So I'm going to do that. There we go, and that's all set up. We've got no ILS, so we don't need to worry about that. And we are turning onto a heading of 285, which is what he told us to do. We have the Q and H in the box, so that's correct. We'll just lock that off. Look at my charts, and I can't seem to find any charts for 27 Centre. So let's come back here, Hanover charts. Yeah, I guess there isn't. So we'll just do a nice visual approach. That's all good. Check of everything. Little surprised we're not getting a bit more descent, but maybe that'll happen any time now. So let's do a couple of things while I have still got some kind of faculty to remember. Let's have landing light on. Let's have the fuel pumps on, and let's get the checklist up actually while we're doing this. So landing data received, altimeters done, set the comms, parking brake, yes, it's released. Gear warning lights, let's quickly check that. Yeah, that's working. And landing light is on. Okay, I'm going to, let's get the tower frequency for Hanover. Oh, I don't know which one it's going to give me.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, turn left heading 265.
Left heading 265, Golf Mike Sierra. There is a frequency there. It's going to be 120.18. So let's get that clued in. 120. Let's check that again. 18. Okay. Okie dokie. Interesting heading we're on. Certainly not taking us directly onto, it's not vectoring us onto intercept at the moment, that's for sure. Still, I trust in the ATC. I'm sure it knows what it's doing. Because I sure as hell don't! I have got a lot of work to do learning how that damn thing works there and procedures and all that kind of stuff. It makes you realise the GTN XI is just so... I know I'm used to using it, but it just feels so intuitive. You know, you add a procedure and that's it, and it slots it into your flight plan nice and easily. Something went very strange then. Just by trying to add procedures, it seemed to cancel everything else. But then I guess it's knowing the correct procedure for setting everything up. Let's see what we've got in the way of here.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, turn right heading 285.
Right, heading 285, Golf Mike Sierra.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, descend to 1,500 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend to 1,500 feet, QNH 1018, Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, 1,500, wrong way, idiot. And get that right, and then let's get a wiggle on, I think. I know we're not doing a VFR approach, but I'm just interested to see what this looks like. The thing is, we haven't got anything for our usable one. Okay, let's go back and let's keep an eye on everything. Coming back on the power. That's the warning coming on. See the airport over there. At least now we seem to be heading for an intercept. I can see the runway. I'm not going to do a Harrison Ford. I've done it before where I got mixed up with my runways. I didn't land on a taxiway, but I certainly landed on the wrong runway. So there we go, just familiarising myself. Yep, it is that. That there is the runway. Okay, quick check. There we go. That's all good. Landing light is on. Fuel pumps are on. Have gear down. amazing how small the centre runway looks. It actually looks more like a taxiway right now, if I'm honest. But I'm looking at the map and thinking, yeah, well, it is a diddy one. Golf Mike Sierra established on the visual approach for runway 27 centre. Let's have the autopilot off.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, unable runway change at this time.
I didn't ask to change the runway. Okay, 3 greens. A little bit low. See how tiny that runway is. It does look very much like a taxiway, but I'm going to trust in the map. Flaps to landing, probably a little bit too far out if I'm honest. Really not sure what I'm doing wrong with the ATC on this one. I'm trying to think, is it me? Is it the ATC? Something just isn't gelling. But the aircraft feels lovely. Definitely has a very alive
Delta Romeo Mike Sierra,
feel about
airport
it.
is at your 12 o'clock 4 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, Golf Mike Sierra.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, cleared visual approach runway 27 centre.
Cleared visual approach runway 27 centre, Golf Mike Sierra. That looks so much like a taxiway, it's scary.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, contact Hanover Tower 120.18. Bye bye.
Contact Hanover Tower 12018. Good day, Golf Mike Sierra. Okay, let that process. And switch. Glad I got that set up early. Hanover Tower, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, long finals, runway 27 centre, visual approach.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, Hanover Tower, wind 265 at 15, runway 27 centre, cleared to land.
Copy the wind and clear to land runway 27 centre, Golf Mike Sierra. Damn it, I released the button too early. Still looks like a runway to me, but according to the thing, that is the centre. Sorry, taxiway. Good God. That is not okay. So what I thought was the runway is actually a taxiway, and I can just see the runway now is absolutely Good God. It's tiny. It's tiny. That's not what I was looking at, but wow, look at it. It's like a little stub. They obviously thought little DA42 can land on the little baby runway. Look at the size of the thing. It's tiny. I know, I'm looking at the map. I knew it was small, but I can now realise, actually I can see on the map what I was looking at. I was thought, yeah, ignore me. The map makes absolute sense. Okay, let's concentrate.
500.
Turbulence. I don't know if it's me, but the turbulence recently in this flight sim has become quite aggressive. I have it set to realistic, and when you get certainly down to lower levels, it wants to flip your aircraft. Okay, first landing in the DA42. How painful is this going to be? That is the weirdest runway, and look at that turbulence. It's sending us everywhere. That's not a runway, that's a runway for toy aeroplanes.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, exit next available taxiway.
Flap up. Wilco Golf Mike Sierra. Golf Mike Sierra is clear of the active. Request taxi to ramp 19 Alpha.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, contact ground 121.955.
Okay, this is what sometimes happens. The call that I made when I left the active, the Beyond ATC is now processing that audio, and it's going to do that for some time now, I can tell, and you just have to sit here and wait while it does it.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, contact ground 121.955.
And I can't reply because it's still processing. On my little Beyond ATC box it says request submitted, pilot request, and then it's got the dots that are kind of jumping to signify that it's still trying to figure it out. There we go.
Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, Hanover Tower.
Now I can talk. No, I can't because it's still saying pilot request. I hate it when it does this. It only seems to do it when I vacate the active runway. It doesn't do it every time, but it does it on some of the times. I literally can't respond. If I press the button... Oh, hang on.
Hanover Tower, Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra. You need to make a taxi request and check the frequency for instructions.
I would do, but you won't let me! Right, now it will. Okay. Contact ground 121.955 Golf Mike Sierra. Now it's going to let me do it. Right, 121.955.
Hanover Tower, Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, frequency change approved. Contact ground on 121.955. Enjoy your taxi.
Yeah, very funny. Contact ground on 121.955. Good day, Golf Mike Sierra. Having a laugh up in the tower now. They're saying, oh, he's clearly never used glass cockpit before. What a plonker.
Hanover Tower, Golf Delta, Romeo Mike Sierra, good day.
See, they're really having a laugh. Okay, let's get the map up so I know what the hell I'm doing. Where were we? Okay. Hanover ground, Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, request taxi to ramp 19 Alpha.
Golf Delta Romeo Mike Sierra, welcome to Hanover, ramp 19 Alpha, taxi via Tango 2, Mike Foxtrot, Foxtrot 1, Charlie Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 1.
So just a short taxi then. Ramp 19 Alpha, taxi via Tango 2, Mike Foxtrot, Foxtrot 1, Charlie Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 1, Golf Mike Sierra. And it's going to confuse my call sign with the taxi route. I betcha. I betcha. Okay, let's get that up there.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, IFR to Hanover Airport.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, Hanover ground, expect runway 27 center. Climb flight level 060 on runway center line, then expect radar vectors to kick squawk 1000.
Okay.
Expect runway 27 center. Climb flight level 060 on runway center line, then expect radar vectors talk.
Welcome
Squawk
to
1000.
Microsoft
Delta
Driving
Echo X-ray
Simulator.
Bravo. Sierra.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
So we got quite a long taxi
Roger that,
here.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra. Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, at ramp 76, request pushback.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, Hanover ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Pushback approved. Face south. Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra.
It turns nicely. I'll just check there's nothing coming. So for me, one of the interesting, and I hate this phrase, takeaways from this, is I have got a lot of learning to do with Glass Cockpit and how the workload increases massively when you are farting around trying to figure out how to load in procedures and all that kind of stuff, when it doesn't do it intuitively, it doesn't do it in the way that you expect it to do it because you're so used to other methods. I thought I turned that off. Yeah, it's quite shocking, but I guess like with anything, once you've learnt the way and you know what you're doing, it's all a lot easier. It's definitely fiddly trying to control the knobs using the mouse. That doesn't help. I have potentially got something that might be a solution to that.
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, ready to taxi to the active.
But if I'm completely honest,
Delta Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, runway 27 center taxi via Papa Mike.
Bumpy apron. Yeah.
Runway 27 center taxi via Papa Mike, Delta Echo X-ray,
If
Bravo
I'm
Sierra.
completely honest, I'm not sure how much of this I would actually
Delta
do.
Echo X-ray, Bravo Sierra, contact Hanover Tower 120.18.
It's certainly very interesting having
Tower 120,
an accurate
Delta Echo X-ray,
Glass Cockpit twin,
Sierra.
especially a diamond. But I've got to say, right at the moment, not a fan of Glass Cockpit. But like I said, is it just familiarity? Is it because I haven't flown it? If I fly it some more and I get to know it, will I learn to love it? I am a huge fan of analog or steam gauges coupled with the GTN XI.
Eurowings uniform Sierra, Hanover ground, expect runway 27 right, Tolta 1 Sierra departure.
That for me is a great combo.
Tolta 1 Sierra departure, squawk 1000, Eurowings uniform Sierra.
Just getting my bearings.
Eurowings uniform Sierra, read back correct, call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Here.
Roger
And
that,
again,
Eurowings
I've
uniform Sierra.
no idea. That map I've no idea how I can
Eurowings
move
Uniform
it.
Sierra Gate 3, request pushback.
I can zoom in and out of it, but I've no idea how I can
Eurowings
move
Uniform
it.
Sierra
So
Hanover ground
that
pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
if I
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Eurowings Uniform Sierra.
so I can get it over here so you can see what's going on. I'm using my Beyond ATC map at the moment, coupled with my Navigraph charts. Is that? Okay, we go up this way by the look of it. And it's going to be one of these. Oh, it's that one. There we go. Pulling in. We do not need a gate, but thank you very much. And there we go. We are on the stand. Right, I raised the flap before, so that's all good. After landing check, alternate air is closed. Pitot heat off. Flaps up. Fuel pumps off. De-ice is off. Landing taxi light. We can have the taxi light off now. Still got the position, the strobe on, so that's all good. Parking brake is set. Power levers. Maximum 10% for 1 minute. Well, I've been sitting here for a while I've been chatting. ELT check not activated. Yeah, that's not.
Eurowings Uniform Sierra runway 27 right taxi via Lima 1.
Presume that's not activated. Must have been. I'm not sure. I've got what looks like a red light,
right taxi via Lima 1. Lima
not entirely sure.
November. Eurowings Uniform Sierra.
Okay, let's have that to engine. TTL time in SVC notable, we forgot to do that. Let's have the master avionics off. Don't need that anymore, that's fine. Electrical consumers except ACL strobe off. That's all off, just check we got everything else off. Yep, that's fine. And engine masters off. Let me just get to the right one. Yep, left engine. Right engine. And interior master. Electrical master off. And remove the start key. I don't think we can do that. But please, someone take the key away from me. I'm not ready. Let's get the cockpit open. Oh, fresh air. Well, there you go. I did say at the beginning it was very much a training flight. Mistakes would be made. And they certainly were. But I hope you enjoyed the flight. I will be doing more flights in the DA42. I do jest a bit about the glass cockpit, but the DA42 itself is lovely to fly. I have to say that was really nice. It's one of those aircraft that actually feels like the air is flying over it, rather than you're playing GTA or something. But I have got a lot of work to do with the glass cockpit. That is for sure. But that's what this flight was about: learning my weaknesses, figuring out where my glaring gaps are, and then working it out. So I'm going to be doing some studying, but first of all I'm going to go away and pour a pint of Guinness. I think that's required. Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you aboard. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.